Hey guys, my name is Riers, and in today's video I will talk about how expensive it is living in Oslo, the largest city and the capital of Norway. If you watched any of my other country videos, this one's a bit different because I've actually never been to Oslo or Norway yet. But I will do my best of gathering the most necessary info about the expenses of living in Oslo. Another difference is that I usually talk about countries that would be great for expats or people who just like to move around. But Oslo might not be the case for everyone because it's actually for many years been nominated as one of the most expensive countries in the world. And in 2009 it was actually the world's most expensive city. But usually if a city is very expensive, then the salaries are high as well. So in today's video we will find out if Oslo is a good place for you to move to. And another difference is that Oslo's national currency is Norwegian krones, so I will do my best to calculate the costs into British pounds. There is no changes to the concept though. In this video you will find out the costs of food, rent and utilities, public transport, salaries, and leisure time activities and their costs. We don't want to waste any more time, so let's talk about foods. Regular restaurant meal for one person would range from 12 to 18 euros, and that's just a little bit more expensive than usual, so not that bad, huh? But then I was looking at McDonald's prices and the results will shock you. Regular McDonald's meals cost from 8 up to 11 pounds, so in no way in hell I will ever move to Oslo. I'm kidding. Finland has pretty much the same prices in McDonald's, so I'm not that surprised. Also, did you know that 1 kilo of red meat in a supermarket can cost up to 28 pounds? But 1 kilo of potatoes will only cost you 150? I guess being vegan isn't that bad after all. And a bottle of beer will cost you 3 pounds and a pack of ciggies will cost you 11 pounds. So stay healthy if you want to survive in Oslo. So potatoes and beer is pretty much enough what you need to know about food, so let's move on to rent. One bedroom flats in Oslo city center start from 800 pounds and fancier flats in the city center can go up to 1400. Living in the city center can always be more convenient, but it's also more expensive. So how about the flats outside the city center? One bedroom flats outside the city center will start from 700 and the fancy flats outside the city center cost 1100. And then we'll also add utility costs that will range from 90 pounds up to 320 pounds. We obviously need internet in this world, so the best possible internet will cost you about 55 pounds. And a random transition into transport. Just like any normal developed country, Oslo has all sorts of different public transports. They have buses, trams, trains, metros, and just because there's tiny little islands around Oslo, they also have ferries. And for everyone's convenience, all the public transports cost the same because they're under the same public transport company. And one single ticket for an adult on any of those transports will cost you 3 pounds. And for 7,360 krones or 685 pounds, you could get the annual ticket and use the public transport for a whole year. In Glasgow, that would be 485 pounds, and that's 200 less. And I don't know why would one buy any of those tickets, but I just thought it's funny that they added them as well. So we learned that a lot of things cost more, but did they get paid better as well? Let's talk about jobs and salaries. I usually compare the average salary and the national minimum wage. What I didn't know is that Norway doesn't have an official minimum wage. Does that mean that they can lawfully pay you nothing for your work? Doesn't that sound a bit like slavery? But even though they don't have a national minimum wage, I read online that almost everyone gets a fair living wage. Almost everyone. But the average salary is 2,600 pounds a month, and that's almost 16 pounds in an hour, both after taxes. It also highly differs between skilled work and unskilled work. For example, a construction work could be considered as skilled work and you could get about 18 pounds an hour. So a little increase there. But working in hotels and cleaning businesses would not be considered as skilled work and you would get about 14 to 15 pounds an hour. So if it mostly depends on skill set, I would probably get paid shit. And if you are still here, let's talk about leisure time activities. Fitness clubs, 30 to 50 pounds. Cinema, 11 pounds. Obviously in the pictures, the city looks really nice. Supposedly it's one of those countries that keep their city really clean, so there's some things Glasgow could learn from. But probably there's billions of different things that you could see there, but I will ask you to Google them or ask someone who has actually been to Oslo. This might seem odd to some countries, but most shops in Oslo close at 5 p.m. on weekdays, and on Sundays they're completely closed. For example, in Latvia, all the shops were open until 9 in the evening every single day. So that's it for today's video about Oslo, and if any of the information is incorrect, please correct me in the comment section. As I said, I haven't been there. And now tell me, would you ever consider moving to Oslo after watching this video? Leave it in the comments. And if you like these country videos, just leave in the comments which city would you like to see next. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was useful, and I'll see you in the next one.